Yo, what is good YouTube? Dubs here, back with another video, guys, and we have some more breaking news, notes, highlights, observations from another day in Houston for Texans training camp. And today was a very interesting day because it was the first day of padded practice. The pads finally came on for CJ Stroud and a bunch of these young guys and this new coaching staff. So they got to figure out or, look at a bunch of different things, a bunch of new guys, and how they're going to play with the pads finally on here as we see CJ Stroud getting a little bit of read option work, which is something that could be very important to their offense, throughout the rest of the season. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down everything that happened here on, I think, day 6 of Houston Texans training camp. However, before we do that, make sure you guys do me a huge favor and smash that like button so we can get this video out to all of the Texans fans around the world. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be covering the Texans and the rest of the NFL all offseason long, and that includes all of free agency, any trades, training camp, preseason, regular season, and I'm going to be streaming games as well. So if you guys want to come and watch some Texans games with me live throughout the season and see how some of these young guys play, especially in the preseason, make sure you guys join the family. Turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we go live for a game and every time we post a video as well. But without any further ado, let's get into today's video. Now, the number one thing that I took of note was Derek Stingley looks insanely good. I mean, he had an incredible pick 6 during today's practice, and the defense has been making plays since day 1, so this didn't really come to surprise, but we all were, a lot of Texans fans out there wanted to see Derek Stingley improve going into year 2. They wanted him to develop a little bit more and turn into, one of the best cornerbacks, if not the best cornerback on the team, and, he's starting to make the jumps, he's starting to make, the plays, and it seems like he is really starting to, develop as a very good corner in this league. And in yesterday's practice, he had an interception that was returned for a touchdown during a team period with Jalen Petrie, running with them all the way down. So that was a nice little fun thing that they were doing, or that they did. And then another thing that was, to note was Juice Scruggs, the center, is showing a ton of, versatility. He's showing a different kind of dynamic here in camp so far. They're moving him, at center. He's playing a lot of center, but he's also taking some snaps at guard as well. The second round pick is starting to showcase why he was a second round pick, because of that versatility, because he's a guy that you can play at center, but you can also play at guard if there's an injury, and you can move him all around this offense if they needed to do so. So that was another big thing of note. But overall, on this day, the defense just looked really, really good, really efficient, and they continue to do so. I mean, when you look at this defense right now, they have so many guys that I love watching. I mean, Will Anderson is going to be a stud. You got Jonathan Grenard. Christian Harris has been someone who, quite frankly, has been breaking out so far in camp, and he might be the team's best linebacker right now. You also got Denzel Perriman, Corey Littleton. You got Christian Kirksey, Henry Tuatu. So he's a guy that they've been liking his leadership role. So hopefully they continue to develop. But Christian Harris right away looks like the best linebacker on this team, and he continues to show that almost each and every single day with not only his leadership but his play on the field as well. And then the secondary, you got so many options here with Steven Nelson and Derek Stingley and Desmond King and Shaquille Griffin, Jimmy Ward, Jalen Petrie. So this defense is absolutely loaded, and that's why when you look through camp so far, the defense has been the number one thing to look at, because they have been absolutely, snapping. They've been so great. I mean, it's fun to see just how good their chemistry is starting to get and how good they're developing together. It's just something to see every single day. And the reporters over there in Houston are just, raving about the reliability of all these guys over here on the defense, and they know their role, they know their job, and they continue to fulfill it almost every single day of practice. Another guy who's been standing out offensively, though, we all know Tank Dell is like this with CJ Stroud, but Xavier Hutchinson over the last couple of days starting to make some big catches, some big plays in the corner of the end zone, just getting some big time catches. Another rookie wide receiver, there he is there, making a toe tap catch in the back of the end zone. Also, no, there was no defense on that one, but when they were doing 7-on-7s and 1-on-1s and 11-on-11s, that's when he was making those big plays. Don't have any of that coverage because Texans don't really want to show that on these because then teams will be able to scout their footage. But overall, a good first day of practice. I guarantee you things will continue to ramp up here over the next few days, especially for Davis Mills and CJ Stroud, who, are currently splitting reps at quarterback with the first team, or splitting reps, at quarterback during the first team offense, drills. But I think over the next few days, few weeks here, we're going to start seeing one of these guys really take that jump up to be the starter of this team going forward. And I want you guys to comment down below, who do you think that will ultimately be? Do you think it's going to be CJ Stroud? I know a lot of Texans fans do not want Davis Mills at quarterback, but if he does win the job, how do you guys feel? And when do you guys think that CJ Stroud could potentially take over the job if he doesn't take it to start the season? Hit that like button, guys, for me real quick. Subscribe to the channel. Join the family. Like I said, I'm going to be covering everything you guys need to know, but also check out Underdog Fantasy. This next segment is going to cover that. If you guys want to play in fantasy drafts almost every single week and throughout the season, make sure you guys go check out Underdog. Use my link in the description and comment down below if you do, because I'll make sure you guys are in all the leagues going forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, and if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.